Okay, so I'm here with Cesear Corriea. He's going to be fighting this weekend. He's had two amateur fights already, so we're just going to talk to him a little bit about his previous two fights and his fight coming up. First of all, I want to thank you so much for your time because I know it's fight week. There's weight to be cut. You have a lot going on. How are you?
I'm good. The weight's on schedule. I'm on schedule with the weight. Now is just biding my time, waiting for the right time. That's it.
And
I
and
don't
what
cut
was
much weight, so I'm not too bad.
yeah? So if you're on schedule, that's good. Then like, do you have is the cut a big cut?
No, I don't cut much weight. I'm a lot lighter than I look. If you know what I mean. I without that and cutting weight, I walk around 72, 73. So I don't cut much. I just have to cut out three things that I can't have if I'm cutting weight and stuff. But I don't do much of a cut.
That's good. And I think that's the right way to go about it, especially at amateur. I don't see the benefit in like cutting huge amounts of weight, depleting yourself, especially there's no money in it. And plus, I think it's the early amateur fights are to learn your kind of craft as well, rather than worrying about a weight cut.
100%. Right now, I'm actually a bit under than I'm supposed to be, but I'm not training. You see, I'm used to that, and while I'm training, I'm not training. So this week I'm not training, so I'm eating a wee bit less than I'm supposed to because I don't need all that food. But I'm actually under what I'm supposed to be. Like I don't see much point cutting a lot of weight. It is if nobody cut weight, we're even better. We're just walking there or walking around weight, but that's not how it works. Like, and the weight does make a big difference.
Yeah, it does. You can see that, and like this, that's why I think like for a 170 and 155, I think that's a massive gap. You've got a lot of fighters that
Oh
are small 170s and they can't make
yeah,
155. And like you said, a lot of people do cut weight, especially in pro, because there's so much on the line, like especially with win bonuses in the UFC, which is I don't think should be a thing. Two guys are going in to win. Like split that money between them and let them both have the money. But
100%.
that's me gone off track. But obviously, what brought you to MMA in the first place?
To be honest with you, the first time I went down to OMMA, I always wanted to do it, but I never bought. But first time I went down to OMMA, yeah, I got the head beat off me with a pile of young guys. So I says that's not going to happen for much longer. So I just took at it and kept going, kept going. See, you don't realize everybody gets in the fights in the street and stuff, but you don't realize, you know, there's a big difference when you can fight that they'll brawl it out in the public. I went down to MMA and I just fell in love with it. I didn't like getting beat up, but I wasn't giving up. Like,
No, that's good. And like you said, people will go out in the streets and people have huge egos, and especially when people have mixed alcohol and aggression together, a lot of people have egos and they think they can go beat anyone. But I went into a session last year, and I got bet around the place by a bunch of 18, 19, 20, 21 year olds. And I won't keep going. I'm 37, so I won't ever go back. Well, I might go back, but it's just obviously you don't realize because you probably thought I'm gonna go in and do this and this and it'll be fine, and you probably will get
yeah,
up at the start.
I was always a big strong fella. Like, I was always a big strong guy, but it's like fighting's not about strength. Like, it does help having a bit of strength. It does help, but it's not all about strength. When I was going in there, I was getting beat up by 16-year-olds and 18, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and I goes, oh, that's not happening.
It's
I didn't
humbling,
like the
isn't
thought of it. Yeah.
it?
Well, I kept going back and I kept going back, and I'm here now.
Yeah, no, and that's good. When you first went in and that happened, and then you said, okay, you wanted to turn it around. Did you ever think you'd compete? Like, and at what stage did that kind of arise in your mind?
I do have a little bit of belief in myself, once I start seeing improvement, and not at the first day, but once I start seeing improvement stuff, I thought to myself, I can definitely compete here at some stage, and I just kept showing up, and kept seeing improvement. And this last year has been a big massive. I feel like there's been a big massive improvement in the game now, and just can't wait to go out there and show it.
Yeah, and then what was it like walking into like your first amateur event? Because you debuted at Virtus, wasn't it? And then you went on and fought on your but and
Yeah,
Virtus, what a show! What was your emotions like going into it?
I wasn't nervous going into Virtus because I already had novice fights. So I was going in there, plus you were fighting in OMMA. So I wasn't really nervous. And I think that was the problem. I wasn't nervous at all. I was too loose. I was too comfortable. But I learned my lesson, like, you do need to be a wee bit nervous, you need to be on the edge, like.
Yeah, I think
Definitely do. But here, I talk. If I hadn't lost in Virtus, I wouldn't be where I am today. When it comes to improvement and stuff, like, because I just put in the work a wee bit harder, I work harder and harder, and then feel like I've improved a lot from Virtus.
yeah, and that happens obviously with amateur fighters. If I looked at your first fight to your second fight, and you could be a completely different fighter now than even your second fight as well. And like you said,
Yeah.
I think you do need a little bit of the butterflies or something in your stomach going out. I think
No,
maybe.
definitely do. Yeah.
And did you have them then in your second fight? And what was the emotions
Oh,
like fighting away,
yeah.
then getting your hand
Uh,
raised?
I was I did. I had all that in the second fight, so I did have I had it all. I was maybe a wee bit too nervous, and didn't have a good start to the fight. I fractured my toe in the first round, but I kept going. I didn't really feel the pain at the start, but as the fight went on, I felt the pain way stronger. But we got the hand raised. I just fought my way through it, and that's what's that matters. Getting the hand raised at the end.
And how did it feel? Because obviously you went in against Thomas McVeigh, wasn't it? It was Thomas McVeigh.
Yeah, Thomas McVeigh's good. He's like Thomas McVeigh is a strong lad going forward. Like I knew it was a hard fight, but that's what kept me in the edge as well. And I had a bit of belief in myself. And like that's the level I want to be competing at.
Yeah, no, because he's only after bursting onto the amateur scene, and like yourself, he would have had a lot of novice fights, which I think are really, really good in the country that you're able to get them. But you got your hand raised. You like also you learned from the first, so you were not nervous to too nervous. Hopefully, you'll be the right amount of nerves this time.
Hopefully, I'll find a happy medium. I'll find a happy medium this time, and I'll go in there on the edge, but not too much, so I can perform and just do what I do in sparring. I wouldn't take it as a sparring session, going in there to spar. Bit of
Yeah,
hard
just think
sparring.
of it as an ultra competitive spar. But with the show you're on as well, Decky Show, it's the first ever show that they have. How does it feel to be a part of it, the very first one?
I'm glad to be a part of it. I didn't actually know if there had been one before or not. I'm glad. I can't wait to see what the show's like, what the event's like. I look forward to it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good show. There's a lot of fighters on it. I've one or two more to interview as well. But I'm going to talk to you about your gym, OMMA. Obviously, you've got Jerry at the helm of it. You've got Bruce, and then you've got fighters like Damien, Dean, who just won a title. What's it like training with these guys on a day-to-day basis? And what's the atmosphere in the gym like?
The atmosphere is great in the gym. Like, we're lucky to have guys like Damien and Dean and Callum, Morgan Clements as well. We're very lucky to have Bruce and Jerry doing the brilliant work. Like, it's good. Like, we're very competitive all among ourselves, and we're always trying to help each other. There's a reason why I'm still at OMMA. Like, I couldn't picture myself going to a different gym. Like, I'm an OMMA guy and I'm staying an OMMA guy. I think we're all pretty much the same. Like, we're not a big group, not a big gym, but we're the ones that are there, the few ones that are there are good ones. Like, so
yeah.
Hopefully, I think Damien will be in my corner on Saturday. So hope they're going to go in there and do my thing proud to get the hand raised.
Yeah. No, Damien be a good cornerman to have. Obviously, you're gonna have Jerry. But like you said, is what I like now about the scene is you've probably noticed is popping off. There's gyms everywhere. Like these, like I said, you don't have a massive amount of fighters, but it's the talent that is coming out of the gym, which is more important. You see, like Damien and Callum's obviously making his professional debut at Virtus coming up. So how's the buzz around him making his debut? I'd say you're all delighted for him. You're all gonna be getting him ready.
It's good. It's good to see him back in the gym. It's good to have him back in the gym as well. It's good to get more bodies in the gym, and And I think whereas that competition that we train extra hard for it because it's an OMMA, if you know what I mean, it's our own competition. I think we go a bit too hard, but nobody wants to lose a round and sparring and on, but that's it.
That's good. That's what's going to take you to the next level. But obviously, you're not looking past your opponent, obviously, Mark. That's going to be
no, absolutely not.
But are you planning on staying active this year with the amount of shows that we have?
Yeah, I'm booked in for BMF in Scotland for the 4th of May as well. And then
That's a
I'm
good
planning
show.
to do Herders, but I'll focus on this one here now, 1st and the 13th, and then hopefully it might have no injuries and go again 3 weeks' time.
I like that. Take it one fight at a time, because the minute you look past someone is the minute you make a mistake, I believe.
Yeah.
Would you do much research yourself, or do you leave that to your coaches, or do you just want to go in and kind of establish your own kind of fight stamp or game?
I'm going in there. I'm not worried about him. I'm going in there to do what I do in sparring. You know, of course I have watched his last fight. It wasn't that long. He finished the fight in the first round. But I'm not really worried about what he's going to do. I'm worried about me. I'm worried about myself and focus on myself, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. I think people can get too caught up in, I'm going to try and stop and do this, this, and this. You're only a young fighter. You're only 2 fights in. Concentrate on yourself, and then from there on, just establish your game plan. But look, it's going to be a fantastic night. I'm going to let you go. I want to wish you the best of luck this weekend. Is there anything you want to say before you go, or anyone you want to shout out?
Come Saturday, if I get your tickets, we're going to put a cracker on that night and have a good fight. And the best man wins.
Perfect. I want to thank you so much for your time, because like I said, I know it's fight week. I caught you just a kind of...
You're right. You're right. I was just got my stretches. I was stretching to do here, my dinner, and then get a massage, I get a rub here, and that's me for the day.
And then that's it. Relax, and then just see out the rest of fight week. I'd say, what's it like? I'd say you're itching to go now at this stage, are you?
I'm itching to call it a gym. You know, at this stage, I'm going in tomorrow just for do some light stuff. You know, really light stuff. And but I like the atmosphere of fight week. You're going in the gym and seeing your bodies and stuff. But unfortunately, you can't, because if I go in, I will be doing the working out and stuff, and it's just not going to benefit me anyway. So now it's about getting the body right, and pretty much it.
Yeah, no, because I'd say like that, you're training for so long, and then it's like this disconnect for a week, whereas you're focusing on other stuff. But I want to wish you the best of luck this weekend. I can't wait to see how the fight turns out, and I will talk to you either before or just after the fight.
Thank you very much. I'll see you on Saturday then.
Perfect.